Okay, hi everybody. I know I promised like live videos, but I've been up thinking, actually last night I started thinking, how am I going to do a live video with the juicer? And it just wasn't going to work because I was going to have to like move the camera, and I find that so annoying when people do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to post a video, and um, I'll put on my Facebook wall for right now. And the other thing, got to tell you an update, things that happened last night. About 7:45 p.m., I kind of got hungry, and I was kind of like, wow. I didn't feel hungry at all during any of this time. So I just dealt with it. I drank some green juice and drank a lot of water and kind of like, filled up my stomach, but I've never experienced that before. And as I told you, I've been watching the Fasting Summit and been a great part of that. And something else happened, and it's something that I've kind of been learning about when we eat for emotions. And I really didn't think I was doing that, or hiding our emotions through our food. I just didn't think I was doing any of that. And I went through this like little tiny spell of depression, and I was kind of shocked by that. And, of course, it just didn't last long, and I dealt with it, and, you do what you got to do to get through those times. But for just a little inkling of time, I was just kind of feeling really sad and kind of mopey. And so, like I said, I wanted to be honest with you guys of what I went through with the fast. And so that, is definitely one of those things that happened. And I guess from what I'm understanding now that, I'm learning more and more about fasting, it's definitely our emotions are definitely connected to our eating. And we eat to satisfy ourselves, we eat to cover up, we eat when we're sad, and we eat when we're happy. And, America by far is one of the biggest nations, as we cannot get together unless we're eating. And it's something that I've kind of tried to stop doing. Like, I don't have to eat at every birthday party, and I don't have to have that slice of cake to have fun with you when you're celebrating your birthday. And once you make those decisions and those choices, it really does become easier. So that being said, my body is definitely cleansing, and I've been keeping busy. Today I've been out and about. I went to the mall. I'm looking for some hiking boots, and I just got some things done. I stopped at Trader Joe's. Yeah, who's on a fast, and she goes shopping at Trader Joe's, but I don't have one by me, so when I'm out and about and I'm around one, I just go in and I pick up the things that I usually buy there, like coconut oil, and they have a new cauliflower gnocchi that I wanted to try, so I picked that up, and some chicken for some chicken noodle soup. Yeah, So I also, when I went through the mall, and I walked through the mall just for kind of some exercise as well. I really didn't buy too much. Had a hard time Annie's pretzels. That's that white bread. And last night I dreamed that I broke the fast. And so in my dream I was like waking up, but sad at myself because I had ate the night before, and that didn't happen. But I find it so amazing how much food really takes up of our time and our mind. Like, I don't ever really dream, and I dreamed about breaking my fast. It was really weird. So that's about it. If you're in the St. Louis area, our March on Monsanto is going to be May 26th. And you can find more information about that if you just do March on Monsanto in Facebook. I'm really, really interested in going down and doing that. It's on a Saturday. It's Memorial Day weekend. So spend a little time letting know that giant isn't going to go quietly. We're just going to let them know that we don't want our food messed with. And Monsanto, that was actually started to be a chemical warfare company, now makes these nasty, horrible glyphosates that we put on our food, and farmers use them because of, it just makes it easier to grow and no weeds. And I'd rather deal with weeds than glyphosate. And in a recent study, which I can find the information for you if you need, or I'll try to put it down in the bottom, in Indiana, I believe, yeah, Indiana, 90% of the women who are pregnant had glyphosate in their urine. 90%. That's insane. Like they're a GMO product, you know? I mean, that is in the system so much, you know. That's scary. That's scary to me. So that's kind of like my little rant on GMOs, and that's why I eat organic. And yeah, it might cost a little bit more, and you know, some people say, oh, it's not a given or this or that. You know what? It doesn't matter to me. I'm going to eat organic. I know that I feel more satisfied in the food that I'm eating, and I go to artesian festivals and farms, and I pick up food there as long as I know, you know, where it's being made. My eggs are organic. My food. My meat is all grain fed. So that is that. I guess that's my rant, and maybe I can rant more while I'm making the juice because I promised that I'd show you what I do, and I'll do that, and I will just add it on here, and you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you in a bit. Making juice. Bye. All right, so here we go. Here is what I use. I use up stuff that I've kind of already had in my refrigerator. This is just some leftover celery and some lettuce from last week. Baby spinach, big deal. I've got to have a lot of that, and it takes a lot of that because it doesn't. It takes a lot of that to make juice. I've got a couple pears here, some apples. There's a couple kiwis. These are awesome. If you have not seen these are carrots. They're not dyed. They are different colors, and they taste just a tad bit different. Like this purple one is a little bit more sweet, and the yellow one is just a tad bit sweet. So I got carrots. I'm going to try a cucumber this time. I've never tried it before. My daughter gave me the head up on that. And of course, celery. Oh, and I might throw some blackberries in there. So we're going to see how this turns out. I've got my jars prepared. They're ready to go. And just in case you want to know, this is my juicer. Let's see. It's a Breville. I don't know the actual model or anything, but I'm sure I can look it up. But I have had this for about two and a half years, and it has been amazing. And so that's about it. So I'm going to get to juicing, and we'll be back in a minute. So here we are. We're back again. This is kind of like my first batch. You can see I've got a little bit of berries, the celery. I'm probably going to use this entire thing of spinach in the first batch. And cucumbers, which is going to be different for me. So yeah, I got my one kiwi is cut up there. I've got one apple that I used, 2 or 3 carrots, celery. Celery, man, you got to go light on celery because it really adds flavor. It's very, very strong. And here, these are the 2 like drinks that I have been using at the that I bought at the store. And these are 2 brand names that I trust, the 1950 and the Suja. But I'm going to tell you, when you make your own juice, it's going to taste so much better than those. Now, this got me by. You know, for the first few days, I was busy. I didn't have time. But this stuff right here, this fresh stuff, this is going to make the most amazing juice. Oh, wait, I'm missing. Hold on. Let's look for it. Where is it? There it is. Oh, can't forget the ginger. So I'm going to probably cut about this in half and make 2 batches with it. Ginger is an amazing, it adds just this little kick to it. So now that I've kind of showed you, all right, and then what we do, we put that on there, and then basically I turn it on, and I just shove this stuff down in here, and I add a few of this and a few of that, and like I said, it's super loud, maybe not super loud, but I'll show you. How about that? Let's just throw this stuff in here. Put this on. All right, I'm going to turn it on. Be prepared. Okay, and the juice comes right out there. So just in that little bit that I poured in there, we got about that much juice. But I like to fill this up, And then I partially fill each of the jars, and that way I get a good variety of everything that I've put in there. So I'm gonna get to juicing, and I will show you the outcome when we're getting there, when we're about done. So be back again. All right, so this is the aftermath. Yeah, it gets kind of messy. If you do composting, you definitely can use that for your composting. I've got some cleaning up to do, but here is the fabulous juices that I made. I'll be drinking this one here in a minute, but all of that made this. But in a jar, there is so much nutrition and everything. Let me see a clear jar. It separates, which is kind of fun to watch the fruits and the vegetables kind of separate. I don't like to use a lot of fruits. I used probably more fruits this time. I didn't use grapes, I normally do, but I used other things instead. So that is it. That is juicing, and that is a mess. And I even think that's beautiful. All the leftover pieces. And I'm sure that probably a better juicer, you know, one in the $300, $400, $500 range would probably leave even less mess than that. But for right now, that's what I've got, and that's what I'm using. And so that's it. Happy juicing day. Take care, everybody. Okay, so that's how I juice. And one of the fun things that I like to do when I'm not on a juice fast is I like to take pineapple and mango and blackberries and juice those. It's an amazing drink, but I've got my drink right here. We're gonna see what it tastes like, okay? Oh my God, it's amazing. Kind of tastes like a good mix of fruits and vegetables. But the one thing I like, it just doesn't taste, I think in those bottle drinks, sometimes they add like a little bit too much lemon or citric acid, and it just doesn't give it a smooth taste. And this is really smooth, and these will be my drinks for the next couple days. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I will be paying attention and I will be answering them, or you can do what you've been doing and sending them to me as private messages. That's fine as well. So that's been it. Day 3. I still got a ways to go because I stay up till 1 or 2 in the morning, but with this juice, I'll be absolutely fine. So you guys have a great day. I hope I helped, you know, understand juicing a little bit more and fasting. And that's about it. Bye.